plates are also activated. Can you copy the plate? Charles Adam Henry 2841.
County 30 from the VA Weber Canyon. This is Angelia, the job restricted. Just approved. Very good. Team back 7-4, call. 14 to 69 or 30 keys up spikes of Benton City. Copy, I'll transfer that between here and Benton City. County 3 dispatch, suspend my current, put me on 7-4's call from Hawaii and District Line.
Traffic ahead of us is light. Everybody's slowing down behind me. We're approaching the Benton City exit. Speeds are 16. Vehicles still using both lanes of travel. Speeds are still 16, crossing Benton City.
Dispatch, beautiful enough. We're taking the crosser. Can you prepare spikes out there? King 630, dispatch.
Speeds are still 16. Traffic is still light ahead of us. He keeps crossing over the yellow line towards the center median.
14 copy. He drops down to 40 clear.
Copy, passing milepost 95.
County 14, call 11, where you set the spikes. Alright, so 82. I'll get as close as I can. That's like.
Good spikes, milepost 93.
Spike deployed. Select the female did one. County 12, let me get it on I-82.
Vehicle just crashed out in the median. We're just past milepost 93.
The 84, start towards the 12. I'm in route.
He's still trying to rev the engine. I exited my car. DUI. No step failure. Pin it, he said. You can. Copy, I need another unit to help him. It came out as a reckless 3 different times. So I sat on 82 and it passed me. And it's driving both lanes. All the cars behind us had slowed down. So I got behind it passing Pioneer Village and he just continued the whole time like this. Yeah.
Let's get him out.
I thought Sergeant Harry and Sergeant Jack, the vehicle is on fire. We're going to try to attempt to pull it out.
Hey, cover me. I'm going to go to that side and get him out.
He's very drunk. Hands! 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 Manos arriba! Manos arriba! Manos arriba! Copy.
Come on. Take your seatbelt off. Take your seatbelt off. Get out. Get out. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Let's get him up and over. 7-4 dispatch, we got to pull out of the car, detain him now. We need fire for the vehicle.
Come on, back here.
Hey, Jack, can you move that car back there?
Eastbound 82 can stay open.
Let's make sure there's nobody else in the car, Brad.
30's checking the vehicle for other occupants.
plates.
I don't see anyone, do you? Is there anybody else in the car?
Yeah.
Is there anybody else? I couldn't see anybody.
All right, what do you want to do with him?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
We've got a trooper here.
Yeah.
So what do you got? You got a DUI?
Yeah.
You got a pursuit?
Yep.
So, hey, can you block this other lane for us? This one right here.
You want me to?
No, I can. No, I can. He's not gonna understand me, but you're under arrest.
That's fine. Yeah.
Too many.
See if it's
One on the shoulder.
Thanks, sir.
Welcome, ma'am. How else can I help you?
Great question right now. I don't know.
With the spikes were good?
Those were good.
Excellent.
So we had 3 different callers, all reckless traffic. They're all on 82, so they all get transferred to you guys. From a distance, I can see the minivan just using both lanes of travel. All the vehicles are behind him are like slowed. It's just him back and forth across both lanes. So I'm like, okay, get behind him, turn on my lights, nothing. He was down on a rim the whole time. He's flapping debris at me from the tire. Good spikes back at that milepost. We get up here, he goes in there.
We have fire in route?
Yeah. Yeah. He's just looking at me. Doesn't realize the car's on fire. Jet goes around. We open the door. He's still just sitting there.
You got something medically wrong with that?
Stumbling really bad.
Has medics been called?
Was dispatched.
Okay.
He was already on the lease.
Like,
They're probably a little tight.
Attempting contact with Ed.
Down 52, just got fires on scene.
Senor, turn around. Turn around. Over here. Oh, you're still recording. Over here. Ok, lo que va a hacer, mire su pluma con sus ojos, no mueva su cabeza, ¿entendido? Yeah, no. ¿Con alcohol y perico? You're under arrest for DUI,
Está
okay?
bajo arresto por manejar bajo la influencia del alcohol.
That's what I heard.
He was already on the...
Get back to my car's right here.
Sorry, boss.
Yep. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Hey, my man. Yeah.
Whatever works.
You able to get in? Your leg? Leg? Jeez Louise.
The suspect was charged with eluding police and DUI. He is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
8798, I'm coming up.
I'm at 91st Street. I'll try to spike it before we even light it up.
You was in front of me?
Go! Good spike, good spike. Good spike, good spike, good spike. Stop.
over 50 miles an hour. Coming up to Sheridan. Ran the red light at Sheridan. They're still eastbound.
Speeds are at 100, traffic's light, roads are still dry.
You got 100 miles an hour, light traffic, roads dry.
Approaching 104th Street. Traffic is yielding us, he's blowing the red light right now. Speeds are still 80.
Zephyr blue light 104 southbound Sheridan. For North Frankenstein. Still like traffic 80 miles per hour.
Passing 110. Alright, he's swerving all over the road. Traffic's late, we're approaching 116th.
Southbound approaching 116th, all over the roadway, traffic light, Harbor's aware.
Passing the wooden nickel. Speed's 91.
Pass wooden nickel, 91 miles an hour.
We good to go in Illinois with the positive hit spikes, or you want to terminate state line? He's still over the road. He's like almost swerving at cars.
Zephyr approaching the BP on Sheridan, all over the roadway.
We're in the BP parking lot. We're going through the parking lot. Get ready, guys. He's going to bail.
Zephyr in the BP
Go, go, go! Go, go, go! He's driving through yards. He's driving through yards. We're westbound of the state line. He's in the field. He's in the field. He's heading back towards BP.
He's at the house just west of the road.
Stop, police! Stop, please! I'm gonna shoot you! I will shoot! Vehicle is unoccupied. One male black.
Yes, you got it. Unoccupied, one male black. That's all we have.
Get out of the car right now! PD, we got him. We're just west of Sheridan Road, just north of BP. That's the only one. All right.
Adrian was charged with fleeing and eluding, hit and run, operating a vehicle without license, resisting arrest, and 4 counts of
Bodycam footage from this brand new federal lawsuit.
Go inside of the house, or I will take you from your kids and take you to jail.
That had been filed against this young Kentucky State Trooper, Myron Jackson. And many of you were shocked how Trooper Jackson escalated a minor traffic stop.
You know your tags are expired?
Expired?
Yeah.
In July.
Which wasn't even legal if you want to watch that video.
Today's July 31st.
Into arresting this mom of 3 illegally right on her front porch. It hasn't even been 3 weeks yet, and now a second federal civil rights lawsuit has been filed against Trooper Myron Jackson. And now I have the exclusive brand new body cam footage of that incident.
Are you normally like this? Are you trying to go to jail tonight? Okay. You're under arrest.
as well as a copy of the brand new lawsuit that was just filed yesterday. So let's go through the body cam footage together, and I will tell you what's happening in the form of the actual allegations from the lawsuit itself. And if you don't think the allegations match the body cam footage, well, let me know in a comment. So let's see if it does. I bet it does. On the night of May 1st, 2024, Kentucky State Trooper Myron Jackson pulled over Nicholas Unjay, a Cameroonian immigrant and a naturalized U.S. citizen, for allegedly failing to use his turn signal when he pulled into a Papa John's restaurant, which he was doing because he was working as a DoorDash delivery driver. But despite this being just a simple traffic stop over an extremely minor traffic allegation, Trooper Jackson ended up escalating the situation and pulling Nicholas out of his car without explanation.
Hello. Hello. Trooper Jackson, State Police. The reason for the stop is when you changed lanes right here, you didn't use a turning signal.
Change lane?
Yes. When you got in that middle lane right here, you got to use a turning signal when you're switching lanes. You have your license on, your proof of insurance?
Yeah, that's in the thing.
Okay, can I see it? You have any weapons in the vehicle?
The body cam shows that during the interaction, Nicholas was quiet and he began gathering his documents to give to Trooper Jackson. When Trooper Jackson asked Nicholas, "Where are you coming from tonight?" Nicholas responded, "I'm not answering any questions."
Where are you coming from tonight?
I'm not sure.
I'm sorry?
Trooper Jackson's initial response to that was, "Okay, that's fine." But then he immediately said, "What's the attitude for?"
Yeah, that's fine. What's the attitude for?
But Nicholas complied with what he had originally been asked to do. He handed over his registration and his insurance to the trooper. Trooper Jackson then placed it back into Nicholas's car and then, out of nowhere, demanded that Nicholas exit the car.
Well, I'll take everything out. Go ahead and hop out here with me for a second.
In what was a perfectly appropriate, legal, and normal response to being asked to get out of your car for no discernible reason during a simple traffic stop, Nicholas asked why. Trooper Jackson responded by saying, "Because I'm telling you to get out. You don't have a choice."
I'm sorry? Because I'm telling you to. Get out. You don't have a choice.
The body cam shows that Nicholas did not use or threaten violence. Nicholas did not affirmatively interfere in any way with the traffic stop.
Okay. I'm not going to ask again.
He was simply seated in his car when Trooper Jackson opened the car door.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. You're going to listen to me.
Trooper Jackson then grabbed Nicholas and forcefully pulled him out of the car. And by the way, Trooper Jackson never asked, he never demanded that Nicholas put the car in park or turn the car off. Instead, Jackson had pulled Nicholas out of the car without even knowing whether or not the car was in drive or park, because admittedly, he was not thinking it through.
Get out of the car.
The vehicle began to idle forward with no driver. Trooper Jackson then ran and jumped into the car to keep it from rolling away.
That's another reason why I wanted him to get out, because he never put the car in park.
No,
So
I saw that.
My assumption was he was about to take off.
I saw that.
I didn't really think it through. I knew it wasn't in park, but I really didn't think it through. If I tell you to do something, you do it.
Jackson then handcuffed Nicholas and told him that he was being detained.
You're being detained for now.
Asking him, "Are you normally like this? Are you trying to go to jail tonight?" Nicholas remained calm and silent.
Are you normally like this? Are you trying to go to jail tonight? Do you have any weapons on you?
I ain't got no weapons. How many times did I say that?
Do you have anything to drink?
No.
When Trooper Jackson asked for Nicholas's address, Nicholas responded, "It's on my ID." Immediately after that response, Trooper Jackson announced, "You're under arrest."
What's your current address?
It's on my ID.
Okay. You're under arrest.
Jackson charged Nicholas with obstructing governmental operations, basically Kentucky's version of obstruction. He then transported Nicholas to the Franklin County Regional Jail, where Nicholas was incarcerated until being administratively released the next day, after which he had to walk miles back to his vehicle in order to get home. When Trooper Jackson began writing the citation, he wrote of concerns about Nicholas being intoxicated. However, Trooper Jackson did not conduct any field sobriety tests, nor conduct any preliminary breath test at all that night. And that's because most likely Trooper Jackson did not actually have any suspicion of Nicholas being an impaired driver, and instead only wrote it down as a pretext in an attempt to justify his initial order for Nicholas to get out of the car as being related to an investigation over intoxication, as opposed to what it really was as retaliation for Nicholas saying he didn't answer questions, which of course would be unconstitutional. Just like the incident from the video 2 weeks ago, the criminal charge here ended up being dismissed by the prosecutor. In fact, according to the lawsuit, it was just dismissed today. Why are these warrantless arrests by this Trooper Jackson being dismissed by the prosecutor? The arrest here was for obstructing governmental operations. Under Kentucky state law, to commit obstruction of governmental operations, the courts there have held that a person does not obstruct governmental operations unless there is affirmative use or threat of violence, force, or physical interference. Trooper Jackson's body cam showed that Nicholas did none of those things. Instead, Jackson retaliated against Nicholas and violated his constitutional rights by arresting him, at least in part because he asserted his Fifth Amendment right to refuse to answer Trooper Jackson's questions. But what about Pennsylvania versus Mims, you ask? Yes, police officers can order you out of a car during a traffic stop, but that doesn't mean they get to do whatever they want. They don't get to frisk or search you. They don't get to extend the length or scope of the stop. And they can't do it to punish you or to go on a fishing expedition or to retaliate because you refused to answer their questions or you remain silent. To order you out of the car, it has to be for the reason of officer safety. They can just perform the same traffic stop with you outside the car. The courts have said that officers can ask you questions during a traffic stop, but there's generally no requirement to answer police questions, with the exception of basic identification and related documentation answers. But the courts have said that officers may still ask unrelated questions such as where are you going, but they can't prolong the stop without some other reasonable suspicion of some other crime. The courts have been very clear that you have the right to remain silent during a traffic stop and that you should verbalize that choice, which is exactly what Nicholas did here.
Where are you coming from tonight? I'm sorry?
So Nicholas acted properly in the way that the courts have said that is the correct way to assert one's constitutional rights during a traffic stop. The body cam footage establishes that, both that Nicholas acted properly and asserted his constitutional rights, and also that Trooper Jackson, in direct and immediate response to that assertion, immediately began to retaliate against him asserting his rights by accusing him of having an attitude and asking him, "What's your attitude for?"
Yeah, that's fine. What's the attitude for?
Which is total gaslighting given the fact that Nicholas is completely calm and literally does not have an attitude. And then by ordering him out of the car. So Nicholas was absolutely correct to be wondering why he's being punished for doing what the courts have said he has the constitutional right to do. This is a pattern now of this young trooper needlessly escalating minor traffic stops and then falsely arresting somebody for obstruction when there's no probable cause for obstruction under Kentucky law, but just doing it for the purpose of illegal and unconstitutional retaliation against the assertion of constitutional rights. I mean, how dare anyone pulled over or confronted by Trooper Jackson assert constitutional rights? But again, this is Kentucky. And as you may recall from the video I just did with Chris Wiest, multiple Kentucky state troopers were recently indicted by the feds. And as Chris explained, they have an illegal and unconstitutional practice within the Kentucky State Police of falsely charging people with obstructing when they had not committed obstruction. So perhaps we shouldn't hold our breath that anything is going to be done about what Trooper Jackson is doing. And why wouldn't Myron Jackson be acting like this when the head of the Kentucky State Police, Philip Burnett, has been called out by the federal courts for himself doing it in the past? In fact, he was sued for a traffic stop where he did essentially the same thing.
What's going on?
Take a kid to town, get something to eat.
Driver's license.
Yep.
You see him?
I'm sitting here on my own property.
Well, no you're not, because that's marked right here and you don't have a seatbelt on. Let me see your driver's license.
But I'm sitting here on my property and ain't bothering nobody. I ain't got out on the public road.
Let me see your license.
I'm going to let you see my license. But I'm just about tired of being harassed by you now. I'm just telling you, well, take me to jail. That's our lock me up. Go over and tell your mommy right now to get the video camera out. This man take me to jail, me sitting on my own property. Let me see your driver's license. I'm going to do it. Here's the license for here.
The insurance.
I'll tell you this, you're going to quit this harassment. You're going to quit harassing me because I ain't done nothing illegal.
Well, let's see here. Your windows was tinted. You're getting ready to get out here. You didn't have
Where
your
you
seatbelt
see my
on.
window
Well, I
tinted
can
at?
stop you. Okay?
Where you see my window
Look
tinted?
right here. Look right here. See, you can't see through that.
I can't let it. You got them dark glasses on, I can't see now.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to take you to jail for a minute.
Well,
Put your driver's license on.
honey, get out and go over and tell your
Put
mama.
your driver's license. Put
You
your
got my driver's license, you got it.
Put your wallet down. And your gun. Now, if you grab that gun.
I ain't grabbing it. Well, just a minute, you get another one. Wait a minute. I'm telling you I got another gun.
You better put your hand up here.
Video, get the video camera.
Got
Look,
anything
get
else
the
on?
camera. He's arresting me. Video it. I don't know for what.
Which culminated in the U.S. Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals denying Trooper Burnett, now head of the Kentucky State Police, denying him qualified immunity for needlessly escalating a traffic stop and then falsely arresting somebody to retaliate against them for merely asserting their rights. I will link that opinion below. Gee, I wonder where Myron Jackson and other troopers with the Kentucky State Police are getting it from. The head of their organization did that himself, and look where he ended up, as the head of the organization. So I'll continue to follow this lawsuit along with the others, and you can follow along by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on X at JohnBryanESQ. And yes, I would like to hear your opinion. Do the allegations in the complaint match what you saw on that body cam footage? Let me know. Maybe I missed something. Remember, our rights don't end. This police officer's ego just cost the taxpayers of his county $80,000. He saw a man videoing him from a distance and he just couldn't deal with it.
He's videotaping us. I'll be in contact. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Everything okay?
Yep. Can I get your name and badge number?
For what?
So I know who I'm making a complaint against.
For what?
For speeding.
That man was actually also a police officer and had a very good reason to be videoing this deputy. But because of his ego or perhaps ignorance, this deputy abused his authority.
So I wanted to film hypocrisy at its finest.
Okay.
So.
Okay. License, registration, proof, insurance.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because now you're in.
No, I'm
Yes.
doing nothing.
Retaliated against the man, arrested him, and placed him in the back of a police car. But within 20 minutes, the man would be out of handcuffs, out of the police car, and receiving an apology. So what changed?
He was just video recording?
And then when I was asking.
Did he walk up to your stop?
No. But then.
You don't have obstruction?
Am I free to go?
Absolutely, sir. Well, I'll see you in court. Okay, sir. Have a great day. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
What the hell did he just say?
He said I'm a f***ing idiot and to see me in court. And then grabbed his balls and flipped me off.
In order to investigate civil rights abuses that happen all over the country, I frequently find myself having to communicate with all sorts of different people, some of whom speak different languages. Here's the best way that I've found to do it. Today's sponsor, Babbel, is an award-winning app that makes learning new languages simple and effective. With Babbel, you can learn a variety of languages, including Spanish, Russian, or even Swedish. Babbel courses are created by over 200 language experts. It's like having a private tutor in your pocket. My favorite part about Babbel is that you can practice having conversations in this other language with an AI partner in the app.
Hola, buenos días.
Hola, me llamo Juan.
¿Te gusta tu trabajo de abogado?
Sí.
Qué bien. Que tengas un buen día, Juan. Adiós.
Hasta la vista. Babbel has over 25 million subscriptions sold and over 1.6 million 5-star reviews in the App Store. So I signed up for Babbel when I once had to try a case with a Spanish interpreter. I mean, when the government is providing you with the interpreter, it doesn't hurt to trust but verify. So to start speaking a new language in 3 weeks, click the link in the description or go to babbel.com/civil and you'll get up to 55% off your subscription. Join the millions of Babbel learners breaking the language barrier every day at babbel.com/civil. Now let's get back to the video. Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel, where my mission is to help protect and defend your constitutional rights by showing you all of the outrageous things that your government regularly does to people just like you. So if you share in that mission too, please comment, like, and share this footage so that what you see in this video doesn't happen again to someone else. Barry Zatkalik, a former reserve officer for the Denver Police Department, was driving through Adams County, Colorado on February 5th of 2024. He noticed an Adams County Sheriff's deputy aggressively speed past him on US 85 without lights or sirens activated, which as a police officer himself, he knew was inappropriate and putting the public in danger. As a reserve police officer, this is something that he cared about. Reserve officers in Colorado are often volunteer officers with full powers, just like any other police officer, but who work during parades and traffic control.
So Barry Zatkalik, he is a former Denver Reserve police officer, which is an interesting factor in this case. That means that he previously volunteered as a police officer, but was on duty with sort of, lower level police duties. So he's been trained. He's gone through the police academy and learned his constitutional rights, learned how officers should behave in these situations. And that was why he knew so confidently that his rights were being violated by Officer Berlinski.
So he decided to do something about it. A short distance down the highway, Zatkalik noticed that the deputy had a car pulled over on the side of the road. How did he end up encountering Berlinski that day?
Barry was driving down a highway and he saw an officer in a police vehicle without sirens or lights on, speeding, and he thought, driving aggressively and recklessly down the road. So he tried to start filming the officer as he was driving to catch his reckless driving, but the officer sped past him. He then, a little further down the road, sees that same officer had pulled someone over for a traffic stop. And so Mr. Zatkalik parks his car far ahead in front of this traffic stop, well out of the way, on the side of the road, and is filming the traffic stop as it's happening. And the officer, as he finishes the traffic stop, you can see this on Bodycam, he sees that he's being filmed by this other car and approaches to ask Mr. Zatkalik what's going on.
He began filming video footage of Deputy Berlinski from a distance, staying within his vehicle.
Who's that other car?
No idea.
Okay. Who's this car?
No idea.
Okay. All right, here's that. Here's that.
So if I pay the fine, I won't go?
Yep. All right, please don't do that. Okay. Everything okay, sir? William 37. The other vehicle is 259 Queen Zebra George. 259 Queen Zebra George.
I didn't know who both of those were. I was wondering what they were doing.
All right, slow down.
Yep.
Don't do that, please.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Copy. He's videotaping us. You're good. He's videotaping us. I'll be in contact.
In doing this, he was doing nothing illegal. In fact, quite the opposite. In making the decision to video Deputy Berlinski from a safe distance while not otherwise interfering with his traffic stop, for the purposes of documenting and identifying a police officer whom Barry believed to be acting inappropriately and in an unsafe manner, for the purposes of making a complaint against him, Barry was actually exercising his First Amendment rights. The First Amendment protects criticisms of the police, a right which Barry was exercising. As you will see, oftentimes police officers either fail or refuse to understand that. And then they let their egos or a power trip get the better of them, and they retaliate, thereby violating the First Amendment. After noticing that Barry was filming him, the deputy, Walter Berlinski, approached him. Barry immediately asks Berlinski for his name and badge number so that he would know who he was complaining against.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Everything okay?
Yep. Can I get your name and badge number?
For what?
What?
For what? What do you need?
So I know who I'm making a complaint against.
For what?
For speeding.
Speeding?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have you recorded doing 80 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone. Okay. No headlights, no sirens, nonchalantly. Apparently you drive like that all the time. So I wanted to film hypocrisy at its finest.
Okay.
And then after disclosing to the deputy that he had planned to file a complaint against him for speeding, the deputy then demanded that Barry turn over his license, registration, and proof of insurance. However, also being a police officer, Barry knew that the deputy had no right to detain him and demand his documentation.
So.
Okay. License, registration, proof of insurance.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because now you're in.
No, I'm doing nothing. If you're going to start this shit. If you're going to start this shit, you get your sergeant over here.
License, registration.
Get your sergeant over here. Get your sergeant over here. Get your sergeant over here.
License?
No, I ain't giving you shit.
After the deputy demanded his license, insurance, and registration, even though he had not been stopped for a traffic violation, Barry refused and instead demanded that Deputy Berlinski call his supervisor.
Well,
get your sergeant over here.
You pulled over on a traffic stop, so you had to...
I didn't pull over on your traffic stop.
Yes, you did.
I pulled over here because I had to answer my phone.
No.
Yeah,
license?
That's exactly why. You're not getting shit from me. If you're going to keep this up, get your sergeant out here.
License, registration,
you ain't getting shit from me.
Mr. Zetkalik asks for the officer's name and badge number so that he can report him to the sheriff's office for speeding. And that prompts the officer to respond by asking for Mr. Zetkalik's license and registration and insurance. Mr. Zetkalik knows that he hasn't done anything wrong, and so he refuses. He says, no, we're not doing that. If that's the way you're gonna do this, if you're gonna start investigating me for something in retaliation to me asking for your name and badge number, then you need to get a supervisor here. It kind of escalates because, of course, Officer Berlinski doesn't like that, and he ends up arresting him, putting him in handcuffs, placing him in the back of his police vehicle.
Hey,
you ain't getting shit from me.
Then now you're obstructing. And
no, I'm not. Obstruction is a physical.
Yes. No, it's not.
Look, dude, you better get your fucking sergeant out here,
now
okay?
You're verbally assaulting
get your sergeant out here.
License, registration,
hey,
proof of insurance.
I can do that. I can tell you to off. That's the First Amendment. If you got a problem, get your sergeant out
license,
here.
Registration,
you ain't getting shit from me. Get your sergeant out here.
Okay.
I'm asking for your sergeant for the last time.
And I'm asking
get
for
your sergeant out here. Well, you ain't getting my shit. You ain't getting my shit. You ain't getting nothing.
Berlinski ignored the request for a supervisor. He threatened Barry with a taser, he handcuffed him, and then he arrested him for the alleged crime of obstruction.
Okay, then I will arrest you for obstruction.
You do that, buddy, and I'll sue the out of Adams County.
Step out.
Got it.
Step out.
You better get a... I want a sergeant here.
Step out.
I want a sergeant here.
Step out, and you're going to get tased.
Somebody get tased.
Just as Barry was free to video Deputy Berlinski from a safe distance because it's a free country, right? So was Deputy Berlinski free to approach Barry and engage him with conversation in what the courts classify as a so-called consensual encounter. There are three types of police-citizen encounters. Consensual encounters, which in theory do not implicate the Fourth Amendment at all, so not a search or seizure, not a detainment, because, at least in theory, the citizen is at all times free to go. Not that the officer has any obligation to inform the individual of that right. Just because a police officer is talking to a person, even if as part of an investigation, and actually especially as part of an investigation, since so-called consensual encounters are widely recognized as an important investigatory tool for law enforcement. That does not make the interaction a detainment. Many times there are gray areas where the suspect thinks he has no choice but to engage with the officer to answer his questions or to provide him information or documentation such as ID, but where he isn't actually legally required to do so. This is what cops don't want people to know. The courts have said that police officers have no obligation to inform suspects of their right not to participate in these so-called consensual encounters. In fact, they rely on people's ignorance of their constitutional rights in order to trick them into incriminating themselves when they didn't have to. Then when they get criminally charged and they complain to the judge that they were forced to participate in this, the judge will just say that it was consensual. You weren't being detained, you weren't in handcuffs, you weren't held at gunpoint, or told that you were not free to leave, and so on. Police may approach a suspect in a consensual encounter and ask for ID or other information, but he is free to refuse and walk away or drive away in this case, unless he is detained, which requires reasonable suspicion. For this reason, in any encounter with the police, a suspect should always seek clarity by asking the officer, "Am I free to go?" If the answer is yes, he has no obligation to provide ID or remain. You generally don't want to play this consensual encounter game. You want to move on with your life. If you can go, go. If you can't, now the officer has admitted that, and the Fourth Amendment is implicated, and no judge can deny that, assuming that this conversation is recorded in some way. So at that point, in order to continue the encounter, it has to be a justified detention, often called a Terry stop. And for that to be lawful, there must exist a reasonable suspicion that can be objectively articulated. So many of them involve situations where no crime has been committed or where the officer is just butthurt that somebody was critical of him. And then the situation just escalates based on an ego or power trip. So many of these could be avoided if cops could just relax and remember that they're supposed to be serving the public rather than their own egos. Maybe just take a step back and consider these questions. Is this a consensual encounter? If not, what is my reasonable suspicion to detain this man? What crime am I investigating? Why do I need this person's ID or information? And what relevance does his ID have to my investigation? Am I actually even investigating anything? Here, Deputy Berlinski apparently asked himself none of these questions, and instead charged full speed ahead with escalating an entirely unnecessary encounter into an illegal, warrantless arrest.
I have a weapon right here. Where? What do you have? I'm just going to secure that in here, okay? You have a CCW?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's a Denver cop. Or he's a Denver cop.
And really? I know my rights too, buddy.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You want to get me out of the road here so I don't get run over?
Thank you for being compliant. Greatly appreciated. Not a problem. Let me just check your hat real quick. Alrighty, sir.
He placed him in the rear of a police cruiser, handcuffed behind his back. Meanwhile, other deputies, including Deputy Berlinski's supervisor, arrive at the scene. The body cam showed Deputy Berlinski explaining the situation to those other deputies.
He said I was doing 85 and a 65, and he's just recording hypocrisy at its best. So then I asked him for his license registration because he pulled up on my traffic stop. So I was dealing with him second, and he wouldn't give it to me because he's a Denver cop and he knows his rights.
Is he retired?
I don't know. I didn't even see. I just saw he was a Denver cop.
He's not kind of far.
Denver Reserve.
And those officers told him that there was no probable cause to arrest Barry for the crime of obstruction.
Other officers arrive on scene as backup. His supervisors show up. And you can see on body cam footage that they're asking about his probable cause for arresting Mr. Zakalik. He says he's arresting him for obstruction. The supervisor asks, did he come towards you while you were doing your traffic stop? And he says no. And he says, then you don't have obstruction.
So, how exactly did he obstruct? Well, that's what we got to clarify. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get it. He came up here. If in all honesty, I should have contacted him sooner, but I didn't. I waited for my traffic stop, so I contacted him. He's video recording me, so I was asking for all of his information. He was like, he's not giving it to me. He wanted a supervisor.
He was just video recording?
And then when I was asking,
did he walk up to your stop?
No. But then
you don't have obstruction.
But when I was trying to get his information here,
David, Adam, Robert,
yeah.
William, Charles,
right.
Adam, Robert, Lincoln, Edward,
He wouldn't give me his information here. He wouldn't identify himself here.
Berlinski actually admitted to the other deputies that his arrest was weak.
It's weak.
Yeah.
It's very weak, and I can care less that I say it on the camera.
But, 137, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, so, and I asked him to step out, and he stepped out lawfully. Just wouldn't identify himself. It's weak, but I got it. Okay.
And this is Detective Sergeant Eric Brodheim, the head supervisor over Deputy Berlinski. He arrives at the scene after Barry is already handcuffed inside the police car. He takes it upon himself to open the door and have his own conversation with Barry to learn Barry's side of the story.
I'm driving down 85. I'm leaving Brighton. I'm on my way to the Ford dealership to get my core back on a starter. Okay? I'm doing 65. This guy passes me. And I look at my thing, and I'm doing the speed limit. And he passed me, pretty aggressively. So I started to go to catch up to him because I wanted to pace him to see how fast he was going. He was going about 80 miles an hour. I recorded it. Okay? I recorded pacing him and then a picture of my... So anyway, he just, like I said, he just passed me and he disappeared. Okay? So my intention was, I've got this on video. I was going to call the station and complain.
Get a hold of me.
Yeah, whoever.
Essentially, that's what we've come to.
Right. So I had no idea where he went, but I turned on 104th to go to the Ford dealership, and he had somebody pulled over, and right at the same time my phone rang. So I noticed that it was the same guy, and I thought, boy, isn't that something if he's given whoever he pulled over a ticket for speeding? So I just sat there and I put my phone out the window to record so that I could get a picture of the guy. And then I just sat in my car, and after he wrote the guy a ticket and let him go, then he came up to me and he said, can I help you? And I said, no. I said, can I get your name and badge number? And he said, what for? And I said, because you were speeding on Highway 85. Oh, yeah? I said, yeah, you were doing 80 in a 65. No lights, no sirens, no nothing. And I could tell that you were just your casual driving. Give me your driver's license, insurance, and proof of insurance. I said, I'm not giving you my information. He said, give me your stuff or I'll get you for obstruction. I said, you didn't pull me over. I don't have to give you my driver's license. You didn't pull me over.
Right.
So then he opened my car, yanked me out, handcuffed me, and here I sit. And I told him, I want a sergeant. You have no fucking right to do this. And that officer that's going up to my van right now admitted it.
No.
He said, yes, you shouldn't be.
That deputy's right there. He's right there with you.
So I'd like these handcuffs off. I'd like to be going. I'd like that guy's
that's
information, and I'd like to go on my way here.
That's going to happen. So,
and I want an apology from that guy.
Eventually, after Barry sat in the police car for about 20 minutes, an Adams County Sheriff's Office supervisor arrives on the scene and apologized to him for this bad arrest.
The other officers on scene know that Officer Berlinski does not have probable cause to arrest Mr. Zach Kollick. Mr. Zach Kollick ends up being released about 20 minutes later, and the other officers actually apologized to him for violating his rights.
It will be handled, I'm sorry, the supervisor said on the Bodycam video. I will apologize for the sheriff's office.
I'll handle it. It'll be taken care of, I promise you that. I'm not going to let it, it's not going to just go away.
Okay.
It will be handled. I'm sorry, I will apologize for the sheriff's office. I'm sorry it happened, it shouldn't have happened.
You're right, some of these guys, they forget that it's not against the law for someone to videotape your traffic stop. It's not against the law to pull to the side of the road. It's not against the law to make a comment. Detective Sergeant Eric Brodheim can be heard telling Barry on the video.
Some of these guys, they forget that it's not against the law for someone to videotape your traffic stop. It's not against the law for them to pull to the side of the road. It's not against the law to make a comment.
I can't think of any way that would interfere with it.
And he
but some people
and I even said to him, at least if their body cams are on, at least 6 times. When he kept asking me for my stuff, telling me he was going to arrest me for obstruction, I said, I need a supervisor. Before you keep doing this shit, I'd like a supervisor. And he said no, and then that's when I called for you. And that's when he yanked me out and threw me in handcuffs.
So, like I said, let me go talk to him for a minute, and I'll be back in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So now Sergeant Detective Brodheim is walking over to talk to Deputy Berlinski. And unfortunately, what he does then is mute his body cam so that we cannot hear the conversation. But this guy right here, that is Deputy Berlinski. And as you'll see, he is defiant. He's not sorry at all. But whether he likes it or not, the supervisor now makes Deputy Berlinski walk over and apologize to Barry, who is now unhandcuffed and standing there on the side of the road. As you'll see, the apology is completely insincere.
Well, here's my business card. Didn't mean it to go this route. Unfortunately, it did. So that is my, my apologies. But so I don't know what else to say.
You ought to know better.
So I will bite my tongue on that response, sir.
Yeah. Am I free to go?
Absolutely, sir.
Well, I'll see you in court.
Okay, sir. Have a great day.
You're a fucking idiot.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day. No, sir. Enjoy your day, sir. Thank you.
What the hell did he just say?
He said I'm a fucking idiot and to see me in court. And then grabbed his balls and flipped me off.
At the same time as you have on camera?
Yes.
He's a Trump supporter? Did that, but, stay further away, especially if he's an off-duty cop, really. That's stupid.
Well, he is?
He's a fucking Denver Reserve. He comes and does this bullshit because he was speeding.
So afterwards, Barry's civil rights attorneys send the county attorney a legal letter announcing their intent to sue the sheriff's office and the county in May of this year. Since then, the parties reached a pre-lawsuit settlement in the amount of $80,000. At the end of the day, the ego/ignorance of Deputy Walter Berlinski resulted in the payment of $80,000 to the victim. Berlinski most likely paid zero of that. He's probably still on the payroll in Adams County. And why? It's completely irrational. If you work at a fast food restaurant and you cost your employer $80,000 just because you wanted to flex your ego, you'd be out looking for another job pretty much immediately. But for some irrational reason, we allow police officers to do just the opposite. And then people are surprised when things like this continues to happen again and again. As it turns out, according to local news reports, this isn't Deputy Berlinski's first time violating the law.
Well, it turns out Deputy Berlinski was arrested for drunk driving in 2019 and pleaded guilty to driving while ability impaired. He actually kept his deputy job. We asked if he was disciplined for this traffic stop. The Sheriff's Department says this was investigated, but they refused to release results of that investigation or disclose any discipline.
So why is he still there then? The fact is that he will be there until the public demands accountability. And if these are your public servants, I'll leave the relevant contact information below.
I think this case is just really important for regular people out there to understand that you still have First Amendment rights. You still have rights to not be arrested in retaliation to your protected activity. And if you are arrested or if you are retaliated against by police, there's something you can do about it. We still have a constitution that still protects your rights and you still have the right to sue. And I think that's really important in this day and age where it feels like the First Amendment is under attack. We still do have a constitution and it still is something you can sue. If your rights have been violated, you can still sue under the Constitution.
Also, let me know in a comment what you think. Is $80,000 appropriate? Too much? Too little? Again, the only thing that government fears is negative public exposure. Government itself is the bad apple. Remember that. So help me spread that fact by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can also follow me on X at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where
Please go sit in your car. You have nothing to do with
His
this.
father,
I
he's
understand.
A minor. I'm an attorney because he's a minor. You need to tell me, is he going to be here?
I don't need to tell
is
you anything. I'm going to arrest you in a second if you don't get in your car.
An attorney files suit against a Rhode Island police department after she says officers violated her civil rights and assaulted her. The entire incident caught on body camera video.
Help, take it. No, you do not touch me. Oh my God, stop.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, stop it. Are you kidding me?
The lawsuit stems from a February 9th incident in South Kingstown, Rhode Island, about 40 minutes south of Providence. Body camera video shows the scene that ultimately led up to Claire Hall's arrest after she says she was acting as a good Samaritan.
Yeah, the key's stuck. Okay. It's broken.
Are you going to, so you think he's going to be taken with the scene or will he just?
Are you?
I'm not, no, I'm on the phone with his father.
Yeah, it's my dad. But
How many cars are involved right now?
Not mine, that's mine.
All right, we need to get that off the road. All right, can we get that into the parking lot?
As shown in the video, a 17-year-old boy had gotten into a car crash. According to court documents filed by Hall and her husband, the boy apparently sustained a head injury in the crash. She says she offered to call the boy's father from the scene.
I'm just trying to tell his father. So
we're in the middle of the highway.
All right, can you move your car, please?
Throughout the video, Hall can be seen approaching two officers, asking for more information to give the boy's father.
My man, is your car drivable?
Yes.
All right, we're going to get it off to the side of the road, all right?
All I'm saying is I can leave. I just want to tell his father.
You don't have to leave. Just move your car.
I just want you to tell me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
all right,
okay.
let's have a seat right over here, bud. Is that your mom?
No.
But as time ticks on, the officers become increasingly upset with Hall's comments. One officer can be heard yelling at Hall when she asks him to speak with the boy's father. After that, he threatens to arrest her.
I'm working. Can you please go sit in your car? You have nothing to do with this.
His father,
I understand.
I'm an attorney because he's a minor. You need to tell me, is he going to be here?
I don't need to tell you anything. I'm going to arrest you in a second if you don't get in your car.
Soon, the officers tell Hall she's interfering with an ongoing investigation. Still, she refuses to leave the area and get into her vehicle.
Do you understand me? I'm not kidding you.
You are kidding.
You are impeding an investigation right now and you're really bothering me.
Go
sit in your car. I will talk to him in a minute. Get in your car now!
Seconds later, a struggle breaks out as first responders take Hall into custody.
Help, take it. No, you do not touch me. Oh my God, stop.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, stop it. Are you kidding me?
Knock it off.
You will be.
Knock it off.
No, get your hands off me right now.
Knock it off.
Get your hands off.
All right. Yes.
Tell him to get his hands off
Yes,
me.
I do.
Tell him to get his hands off me right now. Oh my God. Are you
Stop.
No, I'm not stopping.
As this continues, Hall can be heard calling for the officers to turn on their body cameras.
Are you kidding me, right?
It's recording.
Record it.
I'm wearing a body cam.
Record it.
She then screams, asking officers why she's being arrested.
I understand, but why am I under arrest?
Because you weren't listening to anything we were saying.
Oh my God, you're not listening to father or something. Oh my God. Okay, I will come down. Can you please?
Take a breather.
No, you take a breather.
The struggle continues as officers suggest Hall is resisting arrest.
I'm fine. I'm not beating you at all.
I just moved my arm so it doesn't hurt.
How about you stop resisting and you let us put you in handcuffs?
My shoulder is dislocated and you're making it worse.
As the heated exchange goes on, Hall yells at officers, saying she was just acting as a good Samaritan.
I have one in custody, disorderly and resisting.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Stop.
No!
Stop talking.
No! This is so ridiculous. I cannot even believe this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's go put her in my car.
I just wanted to know I could tell his father if he's going to the hospital. I'm not even involved in this. I can't believe this.
That was our point the whole time.
I cannot believe this.
That was our point the whole time. You are not involved.
Oh
you are not involved.
I'm a good
We
Samaritan.
instructed you to do something,
I'm a good
and
Samaritan
you refused to do it.
I'm a good Samaritan who stopped to help a kid, and this
Let's
is
go.
what happened. Okay, stop grabbing me. I'll get up on my own. You're hurting me.
Now.
Oh my God, stop it. Ow! Ow! I want my phone. It's over there. What am I doing? He's pulling my... Hey, stop. Get my shoe. Please get my shoe.
Okay.
Get my... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot even believe this.
The yelling continues as Hall says officers are beating her before she threatens a lawsuit.
This man is beating the out of me. Holy shit. Yes, he is. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the crazy. I've never... Stop pushing me, please. I will walk. Are you kidding me? You guys don't know how much trouble you are. I'm going to see you both for salt. I know. You're in so much trouble. I can't even tell you. Oh my God, this is the craziest thing I've ever in my entire... I'm not going to relax. I can't. I don't have to. You guys, where do you get this machismo? This is... I need my phone. It's on the ground over there.
I will grab it.
Call my husband. He's also an attorney.
Go ahead, get it.
This is so bad. Yeah. I can't even...
The phone's right here.
Oh, right.
Later, another officer arrives to the scene. He discusses where the keys to Hall's vehicle may be.
Find her key, but the car started up. So it's in there somewhere.
Her key's probably on her.
Would it start up from like, yeah?
All right. If the car's on and running with a push to start, the car's on and running, it will run as long as the key's in a certain distance, which this is probably a certain distance. Now you
Did you take a key off of her?
Her?
Yeah, when you, I didn't either.
Did you put grab her pocketbook and everything?
She didn't, she was just out of the car. All we have is her cell phone, a shoe, glasses.
That's it. The key's either on her person, most likely, or the key's in her pocketbook. Does it say, key not in vehicle?
No, because it started right up.
Right, so the key's in the car?
Yeah, I just couldn't find it.
Oh, that's okay. Probably like in the cup holder or like in the...
Alright, you want me to move his Volvo?
Hey, can't move it.
It won't go?
I would have moved it. Why don't you bring her back? It started before, but... Why don't you bring her back? Get her out of here. Get her... I'm assuming that she's an attorney. She's got nothing. We'll get her and she cut her loose.
Right.
And then, go from that. Alright. Yeah, I heard you guys say one in custody. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Officers then discuss the keys with Hall before the body camera recording concludes.
Do you have your car key on you? Where in your car is it? Okay. Alright, I'll let the tow truck driver know. Little black pouch, she said, in her car.
That works. You can get her out of here.
Right.
She calmed down a little bit now.
It's better than she was. I wonder how she'll be in the block, but somebody will be at the station to help me.
Yeah, I'll head back. We'll have the full flag. Flag will have, I think that's...
Hall was later charged with obstructing an officer, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. She's since filed suit against the South Kingstown Police Department through the town manager, police chief, and 2 of the officers involved on the scene. She's alleging assault, battery, civil rights violations, police brutality and excessive force, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. We reached out to the South Kingstown Police Department for more information about this pending lawsuit. They replied in part, quote, "Claire Hall's arrest was as a result of her interference with officers at an active crash scene."